Hello everybody, it's been a long time. Basically, I was doing them weekly videos and it was going good, but then everyone in my house got ill. And when you're the only one who's not ill, you kind of have to do everything, and there was just too much. I just couldn't keep up, basically. This morning I woke up to an allergic reaction. That's what this is. It was out here in the morning. Yeah, that's why I look like that, okay? So what, let's just put... Oh, I like me hoods up, bro. That's what they're there for. That's what we make them for. We make them for days like this, okay? That's why with I Like Me, you have nice big hoods. Okay, so basically, I am due to do a Q&A for you guys. Juicy questions, we said. And I was supposed to literally film them the same night, and then literally everyone got ill. And it's been a bit mad in my house. Work is just like on the back end of things because I genuinely don't know how to manage my time. So anyway, there's that. My eye really hurts. Let me show you what my eye looked like this morning. Wait, because I actually took a picture. It's actually mud. I mean, I'll just zoom in because on my days, look at that. As you guys know, I've been working on my binging and eating disorder since the beginning of the year, and I've been updating you guys every now and then, but really not too much because I don't want it to be like the majority of my content, only because I don't trust myself. So I actually came across a TikTok the other day, which was about a girl who was overweight, and she got herself on track, started working out, and basically she had a binge eating disorder. But the wording that she used really struck a chord with me. It sounds so cheesy, but these things tend to happen when you get older. I don't know. Anyway, she basically said she decided to stop abusing her body with food. Abusing. And that really struck a chord with me because I was like, oh my God. When I binge, I'm literally abusing myself because, like, if you know what binge eating is, you eat until you're in pain and you just don't stop. Like, your brain can't tell, is telling you to keep going, even though the pain is like... Every now and then I used to say in videos, oh, I can legit eat 10,000 calories in one go. Like, no one believes me. I didn't understand at the time, but that was actually binging. Yeah. Anyone who binges knows and will believe that I can do that. Definitely in the last year, I've binged at least a minimum once or twice a week. And in the last 2 months, kind of got a little bit out of control, and I was binging like almost on some weeks 3 to 4 times a week. Now that is a lot considering the week only has 7 days. That is the majority of your time binging and then staying in this horrible cycle of like getting back on track. It's just like constant. There's no way out. You're just in this vicious cycle. But in the last 2 weeks, tomorrow will be the 14th day, I have managed not to binge. And that is actually such a massive, massive achievement for me. I haven't gone that long. I know 14 days doesn't sound like anything, but 14 days for me of no binging at all in that 14 days and being quite steady. Since seeing that TikTok is so amazing for me, you have no idea how amazing that is. It's because of that TikTok. It's just because of the wording, the word abuse. And I just keep reminding myself, Dina, when I have the urge to binge, don't abuse myself with food. But I still eat. I'll just say to myself, no, I'll just have a meal. Slowly learning to listen to my body more, like, okay, I'm full now. Actually, I'm actually quite full now with this dinner I just had. Why do I want to binge when I'm already quite full? Really hard to try and understand, but I just want you guys to know I'm on a 14-day streak of no binging, and I'm really, really, really happy with it. And inshallah, ya Rab, I can continue this. Hopefully this is now my time at 32 years old where I'm able to hopefully just stop this horrendous cycle of every single week, however many times, and it literally controlling my life, stopping me from doing so many things. Anyway, having said that, I'm about to have my lunch. This is lunch that my sister-in-law made. So you know when you like send someone home with food and you give them a container, then they like bring it back to you with food that they made? She went and did that. My sister-in-law Lena loves Asian food, so she made these, which are like big sushis. I can't remember what they're called. Kimbap or something? She told me to let her know when I've tried them. She made them for me yesterday, so I'm gonna eat them now. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Yummy, Lena. Very good. Very delicious, Lena. Thank you. Time for me to get on to these bloody questions, because there's a lot. One of the first questions I just want to get way out the way. Well, no one actually sent this one in. I've just been seeing a regular comment every now and then. of people asking me if I'm pregnant again. No, I'm not. And it has been comments like under outfit videos or fashion videos, which is a bit annoying because I don't even notice that I've got a small pouch going on until this comment arises. I've never had a flat stomach, even pre-kids, like genuinely never had a flat stomach. I've always had a little poop pouch. And after having 2 kids, I've definitely got one more. I don't think I'm ever gonna have a flat stomach. I don't think you're ever gonna see my abs, and I'm okay with that. I know I work out literally 4 to 6 times a week, but I don't work out to get abs. Like, I have abs, obviously, underneath everything. My goal with working out is not to have abs and stuff. It's literally just to get stronger and keep myself quite fit. This expectation people have on women to snap back after pregnancy, like, everything changes, bro. I swear to God, even if I like weigh the same as before kids and stuff, my body is just different. And even if I didn't have a belly or saggy skin or anything, stretch marks, even if I didn't have any of that, my bones have changed, man. My hips are wider. My rib cage is wider than before. I have quite a wide rib cage from them moving and holding 2 kids. I swear down, like, it's just not as narrow anymore. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? Life is not about having a flat stomach, honestly, and sucking it in all the time. I'm actually so sick of sucking my stomach in. Like, just go away. I have a natural pregnant looking belly, and that's just what it is, bro. I do hide it in clothes. Styling, I'm good at that, you know what I mean? Don't judge me on today though. Do you feel as if you want to experiment with more skin tight pieces or more daring clothes? I actually have been tempted. Not really like skin tight, because I don't really, not that bothered, but like just jeans with like a short top, a short t-shirt or a short blouse, and just with my butt out in jeans, because jeans make your butt look quite nice. Then I put it on, and most of the time, after about 10 minutes, I'm like, nah, put on a looser top or a longer top. Not even from a religious perspective, more so like, it's just not my style. But having said that, I am an ever evolving being, so you never know. What is your skincare nighttime routine? Now, the reason I'm answering this, which seems like quite a boring question, is because actually I've kept my skincare very simple. I've decided not to do anything other than hydrate my skin with a good day moisturizer. And obviously SPF. That's it. I've been doing that for about the last 6 weeks. I've got to be honest with you. I feel like it either is doing nothing for my skin, but it's not harming it. I feel like I'm alright. So basically, I've really simplified my skincare routine. I feel like I'm at the point in life where I want to simplify everything. The other day, guys, I really wanted to go into my wardrobe room, take everything out, not even try it on and look at it, just give it all away or sell it and start fresh. I really, really am on the verge of doing that. You know what the dream would be? Just to be a minimalist, but I think it's a quite hard thing to do. Things that turn you off in a partner or people you meet. Last one now, guys. Not long before I stop chewing. I don't have any sanitizer. I think I'm genuinely quite a good judge of character, and I feel like I can read body language really well. Like, let's say I'm going out with Sid, even if he's all good, he's saying he's all good, whatever, like the body language tells me different. That annoys me if I can see the body language is off or they're thinking about something, you know? That annoys me. I'm not bothered enough about people for people to put me off them. Like, if I just meet people, like, I'm not really going to be put off you because I'm not that bothered. Do you know what I mean? This sounds weird. I don't know. How do I feel when my husband talks Pashto in front of you? Sid rarely speaks Pashto. Pashto. Sid rarely speaks Pashto. And that is because he is a bloody sellout, mate. But when he does, I feel like, oh, good, he's speaking it. Practice, practice, practice. You know what I was thinking this morning though? God, we really need to teach the kids Pashto and Arabic, because what a waste if they don't come out trilingual, these kids. That is such a waste of life. I mean, as long as you translate to me after, it's all good. Have you been approached by the Freemasons yet? No. What's the most shameful thing that happened to you? The most shameful thing that happened to me. So something that I genuinely felt shame about. I mean, I guess there's things from when I was younger, but that's not really shame to me. It's more like, oh, family being ashamed, and it's just dumb things. As an adult, probably a few years ago, when I had all that internet drama, which was around the time I took off my scarf, and the Muslim kind of preacher men on YouTube were coming after me and said, that was probably the hardest time and the most shameful time, because they caused such such gossip, such mad gossip, and it literally took every ounce of me not to say my side of the story, or not to say mine and Sid's side of the story. Until this day we still haven't. I just really wanted it all to go away, and I didn't even want to prove my points or anything, even though I would have them all. I really would have them all. The kind of urge to protect my family and just get out of that negative space was more important than like proving my point or having... Like, the hardest thing about being an influencer or working in this kind of space is when you get accusations or whatever, something is perceived a certain way online, and you you're not able to give your side of the story. It's really difficult, and it's really hard to make that decision not to, for the sake of your family, etc, etc. It's just mad, isn't it? I really strongly believe like this space is really not for, like, some people just should not be in this space. The way it's abused and the way it's utilized and the way that they use religion to justify their actions, I find horrifying. I genuinely do. Get rid of my ego and get rid of the urge to stand up for myself and just let it happen. That was a hard thing to do. Did you get your hands on H&M Sabyasachi collection? No, I didn't, because it sold out like that. Mate, I swear they told us a date that was going to be launched, then it launched like the day before, or I was just half asleep when I was looking at the info. So unfortunately, I got nothing. Any feuds with fellow bloggers? I don't have any feuds with any bloggers, but I don't know, at some point, I got a lot of messages from just you guys, like people who watched my videos, telling me that a blogger had an issue with me, and apparently some blogger said something about me online on one of her lives or something, and I was like, oh, well, I didn't see that. I don't understand. So I mean, I've never fallen out with anyone. We've never had a discussion where we've fallen out or anything, but there's definitely some weird vibes with some bloggers. But in general, not really, honestly. If I saw this particular blogger at an event, coincidentally or anything, I would just be like, hey, what's up? Because we've met before, we've chatted, so I genuinely I don't actually think, it's probably the same from her side. She's probably like, I don't even know, mate, what's going on. I don't hang out with bloggers in general. I do talk to a lot of people online, like blogger friends, but in general, I'm like cool with everyone. I don't have issues with them. What's there actually to have an issue about? What could be an issue? There are some bloggers that I don't follow because I just think they're just not on my wavelength, but I don't have any issues with anyone at all. Never in a million years, never. Would you have gotten with Sid if he drinks and you don't, or the other way around? Probably, I mean, most definitely not. Like, when I was looking for a partner, I was definitely looking for someone who wasn't drinking or going out or anything like that. Same with him, I don't think he would have got with me, no. Would you try the all-in type of experiment regarding food? So the all-in experiment is when you intuitive eating, so when you just listen to your body and eat whatever you want, whenever you're hungry, and no calorie counting, no worries about anything. And I have seen, there's that YouTuber Stephanie, is it Buttermore? Stephanie Buttermore, I think, who did it on YouTube and documented it, and it's fascinating to watch. But I wish I could do that, but I am worried to do that, because the thing with me is I binge not because I'm hungry, I binge for comfort and for other issues. I'm definitely too scared to try it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm too scared to try that because I feel like I would lose control, and I can't lose control. I don't like being out of control, in case you haven't guessed. Do you think your and Sid's relationship has gotten stronger after having kids? I don't know if it's gotten stronger after having kids. I think it's gotten stronger because of the amount of time we've been together. So it's going to be our 8-year wedding anniversary in a month. Oh my days, it's like in 3 weeks, bro. No, it's in 2 weeks, 1st or 3rd of September. I think it's gotten stronger just purely because of how long we've been together. Married 8 years and with each other for 12. We really genuinely have grown together, me and Sid. Like, we really grew as a couple and built a life together. I feel like it's so different when you get married younger and you're both still figuring out life. One of the positives of marrying young is building a life together. Let's say I was to get married now at 32. I've already built, you know, a lot in my life and my lifestyle. And so to find a partner to fit that is much more difficult to do. But you've got to weigh up your options. What do you want? You know, I'm not saying get married younger. No way. No way, as Chloe from Love Island would say. One of the advantages of getting married younger, if you find the right partner and you're able to grow together, is a lovely thing. But then if you don't find someone, you can equally grow yourself, learn way more about yourself, so that when you do find a partner, it's definitely the right partner because you know yourself, which in turn means you know what you want. Do you know what I mean? When we're younger, we don't really know. We think we know, but we don't know. And you don't know until you've experienced things. And that comes with age. Do you know what I mean? It's getting a bit deep in here, isn't it? Are you jealous of other women? I would say I'm really not jealous of other women at this moment in time, alhamdulillah. However, what I would say is I definitely was jealous of other women. Definitely early 20s, 100% for sure. I tell you one other thing is it really takes some inner work in yourself to get rid of jealousy. Like, jealousy is not cute, innit? When you're out of that, it's amazing. You're so free. You literally feel free. If you're a person who operates on jealousy, that's some toxic life to live. Why don't you vlog in Arabic? I probably will one day again, because I did that video a while back and it was really funny. You guys loved it. So I probably will do it again, and maybe we'll do a Pashto one as well. I'm not married, but I want to have my own apartment so bad. Don't want to wait forever. Then go get your apartment. What has it got to do with being married? That's all I'm gonna say. Do you have your belly button pierced? No, I do not. I feel like I never show my stomach, even like in private, kind of like let's say I went on a bloody holiday with a private island. I wouldn't even wear a bikini. I would choose a totally different style of swimsuit. Don't even like how bikinis look. What body part do you like the most? And what body part of yours does Sid like the most? My favorite body part is probably my hands, my neck. Actually, new one, I quite like my arms right now because I've been working on them and they've changed a lot. There's some shape to my arms. So I'd say my arms. Oh, what am I about my back? I've got a nice back, you know, like from shoulders down. Then it all goes downhill, but that bit. Sid's favorite is probably my butt. And I think he does like boobs. He's just a man, isn't he? He's just a straight man. From other influencers, who showed you negativity when you removed your hijab? But nobody really showed me directly any negativity, but there were a few people who wanted to like suddenly give their opinions on influencers taking off their hijab. And that to me was a little bit shady, but it's all good, whatever. Because the thing is that I really don't get too pissed at people, because I really feel like I get where you're coming from, because I was once that person. And in my head, I just, like, if somebody's throwing shade, I just look at them and think, give yourself a year or 2 years, you might well be in my position and you're going to eat up all your words. Without me even having to say anything, you're just going to cringe at yourself in a few years' time. In their own time, they will be self-aware and they will realise why that was dumb. I don't get that bothered by things online, honestly, I really don't. You have to remember, online, as much as I love it, you really have to just like not believe everything you see online. Like, you really have to not believe everything. It's so important how easy it is to fabricate something. It's so easy to do that. Actually, so easy to make yourself look like a completely different lifestyle, a different human being, different mentality. You could look like a really open, progressive person, but really you are not. All I'm saying is it's just so easy to fabricate shit online. Guys, just don't be that fooled, okay? Why did Tusi, your mum, and you take off your hijab off together like it was a collective? It was like a coincidental collective, if I'm honest with you. It was almost like a domino effect on us three. Because obviously we're all three members of the family that really obviously influence each other, and we have some deep conversations. Kind of, honestly, that time in my life was mad how all that happened. It was a big, big shift, change to things that we are so alien to, that I had to do a lot of growing up and a lot of opening my mind to. Mad how that kind of thing can happen in your adult years when you think you're set. What do you think about Muslim dating apps? Well, I think they're just like any other app, to be honest with you. You know, it's just people on there looking for love. Some people are on there messing about, taking the mick, on there for the wrong reasons, predators. Some people are genuine. You gotta just look at it like any other app, but it's just full of Muslims. How to deal with pushy in-laws and a husband that supports his parents. Well, a husband that supports his parents is never a bad thing, as long as the husband is fair and also supports you. I mean, I've said this from day one. It's two new worlds colliding, and you're either gonna clash or you're gonna gel together like gel. Stay respectful, but stand your ground with what your boundaries are. A lot of people will think, or a lot of in-laws might think you're rude just because you're saying no. Saying no doesn't mean you're being rude, as long as you're not being unreasonable as well. Like, you do also have to both meet halfway. Like, just like in your marriage, you do also have to compromise on small things. So you just got to weigh up your options. What can you compromise on, like realistically? Are you being silly about that one? Is that one just the ego thing? And then this one you really can't compromise on, so you stick to that one. It's a hard one because everyone's situation is really, really, really different. Was Sid there with you when you gave birth to Hannah and Mika? Yes, he was there for both of them. I made sure he was, and he looked at everything. He was down at the bottom looking at everything, because he needs to see the pain and understand it. If you're one of those people, or if your husband's one of those guys who doesn't want to be there, no, he doesn't get a choice. You have to be there. You have to push it out. It's his kid too. He needs to be there too. Just because it's not coming out of him doesn't mean he's not allowed. He should be there. And don't be like, oh no, because he's going to see my bit. Honey, he needs to see it all. Is marriage as great as social media make it? Yes. As you guys know, me and Sid have made a video on this. We've made a few. 100% we've thought about divorce. There's been so many times where we've been on the verge of breaking up, really bad times. You know, when you're with someone for that long, that's gonna happen. It really is not. Like, marriage is not easy. And for all of you girls who are unmarried and you think it's the way out, it's not. Like, it's just not, okay? It's not a fairy tale. It's not easy. Marriage is hard work. You have to, if you want it to work, you have to put in that work. Especially after kids. Like, it's not easy. You have to really, really think of this other person as a part of you, and you really do have to compromise on a lot of things, and you have to work on things together. You have to help each other. It's really difficult to do it. It is difficult, and I'm telling you this not to put you off marriage and not to tell you that I hate being married. I'm telling you this because too many people think that marriage is chilling and fun and epic. There are times when it is, but in general, like if you're there for the long haul, there's hard times. It's not all easy. Like, when you come out the other end and things are good, it's way more worth it. And like, when you work on things, then things are really great. It's a full-time job in itself, honey. How do you manage to work out during your period? Okay, so working out on your period, a lot of people think on your period, no, just take it easy. Don't do HIIT training and blah, blah, blah. Periods are hell for some people. Periods are okay for some. Some people don't even notice their period. I have been getting pretty awful periods recently since I've come off the pill. By the way, I came off the pill. I'm on 0 contraception, by the way. It was messing too much with my head and my hormones, so I was like, I'm not having it. Personally, I find doing a mad workout on the heaviest days of my period helps me so good. Like, when I have that crazy cramps and the horrible pain, where you just feel awful, if I get up and do a workout, I 100% feel way better. And that's why working out is amazing, because genuinely is a therapy for not just pain, like period pain. Obviously, if you've got bad ankle and stuff, no. If it's really heavy and I can't face going to the gym, I'll just work out at home. This is a good one to end on. What do you rate yourself from 1 to 10? 10 being obviously fit as hell. When I'm done up, okay, like fully done up, I would give myself a 10, mate. Not gonna lie. Everybody looks like a 1. I believe anyone in this world can be a 10, okay? It's just about knowing what to wear and how to style yourself. If you think you're a 1, come and see me. I can make you a 10. Bye.